Welcome to Real Talk with Wendy Darling, and today we're going to talk about the rainbow family of living light and why I feel like it's so important to talk about this. So, the rainbow family was started based off of a Hopi prophecy. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come into the earth, from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the Rainbow Warriors.
And I like to share the story of the first rainbow gathering. Grandfather David, a Hopi elder, who showed up at the gathering. And there he was, telling us about the prophecy. When all the air is getting polluted and the waters are being polluted and the trees are being chopped down and things don't look too good for the human race, that there would be a new race born of all the races, of all the colors and all the places. And these people would be known as warriors of the rainbow. And they would have feathers in their hair and grow their hair, and they would live and die for the earth. They would do anything for nature, and they will get out there and help save the planet.
Many Vietnam veterans returned home feeling alienated and rejected, finding traditional patriotic celebrations like the 4th of July, the fireworks were jarring due to their war experiences. In 1969, a group of hippies and vets near Big Sur moved to Washington. They formed the Outlaws of Marble Mount. They helped draft dodgers, deserting soldiers, and eventually incorporated rainbow colors into their identity. After attending events like the Oregon County Fair and Vortex, they had a collective vision that led to the first Rainbow Family Gathering in 1972 near Strawberry Lake in Colorado. So Vietnam veterans, being disillusioned with society to say the least, ended up camping at some of these peace camps with hippies, and the Rainbow Family of Living Light was formed. So rainbow gatherings were, and still are, a non-organization. There is no leaders, there's no money, there's no membership cards, there's no fee to get in. You just show up. You know, it was always said that the only thing you had to have to come to a gathering was a belly button. And then later, they confirmed that you didn't even have to have that. You just show
Rainbow
up.
Family has been gathering on National Forest Service land since 1972 when we held our first national gathering. Near Estes Park, Colorado. We believe there was a record attendance of 40,000 people.
In the beginning, it was inviting everybody in the world, religious leaders, to just come together in peace and pray for peace on earth. And that's what's been happening for 37 gatherings. This is gathering 37.
Everybody saddled up their packs, 4,000 people, marched to the roadblock, singing, dancing, blowing bubbles, waving pinwheels and banners, and essentially saying without words, here we are, we come in peace, do what you have to do.
There was a big focus on peace, and at a national gathering, there are nationals, there are regionals, like there are small like chapters, you could think of it that way, around that have like a solstice gathering. But then there's the national gathering, which happens on July 4th. And until noon that day, it's complete silence. And it's amazing. You wake up that morning and everything's just quiet. And I'm talking thousands of people. At a national gathering, 20, 30, 40,000 people in complete silence until noon. And at noon, that silence is broken with a parade put on by Kid Village, by the little kids. So let's go back and start from the start. Let's say that we're driving into a rainbow gathering. As soon as you get there, there are going to be people sitting on the side of the road to welcome you home, to yell at you, we love you, welcome home. And, you know, they'll help you if you have questions, or they'll tell you where to park. So you go to parking, and somewhere around the parking area is a camp, and that's alcohol camp. That's basically, we call them the pirates. And they are the pirates. They have a big black truck where that they'll roll out and go get kegs of alcohol. Because alcohol isn't allowed in the actual gathering part, which is considered the church, the forest, the church. No alcohol in the church. So if you want to drink a beer, you have to go to 8 camp. And 8 camp's rough. Like I said, it's the pirates. It's a lot of the Vietnam vets that are alcoholics that, you know, they're also the police of the gathering. If something goes wrong up there, they're going to come up into Rainbow Land and deal with it. And I have seen them take grown men out of the gathering, strip them naked, duct tape them, and put them in a creek until they cooled off. So never really hurt anybody. Just, you know, taught you a lesson. So A camp is also a filter. If you're there to party and get drunk and go on, you're probably going to get stuck at A camp. And that's probably where you belong. So now that we've gotten through A camp, there is the head of Rainbow Trail. That's about a mile long. Once you step on the magic trail there, it's about a mile up to what we call Heartfire. And that's a big fire pit, heart-shaped fire pit. That's where we eat in the evenings. Everybody, I'm talking thousands of people. So we're gonna go up Rainbow Trail. We're gonna set up our camp. And then you get out walking around, there's kitchens off to the sides of the trail. Kitchens made from nothing but dead trees. There are water systems bringing water to the entire gathering with a filtration system from the creek. It's so amazing. The whole point of this, Vietnam veterans started this to teach people how to make it without the system. And they do it well. The structures and things that I've seen are amazing. And they're all structures that you just tear down afterwards. They don't stay there. The goal is, and it's always said, to leave it better than you found it, you know. There are shitters, and that's what they call them, shitters. Big holes dug that you literally have to stand over and straddle to do your business. And what else? There's calm, and that's where you go if you need first aid, or if you need an ibuprofen, or, you know, you've hurt yourself. You go to calm. There are words that if something really bad is going on that you yell, Shantasina. Everybody knows if they hear Shantasina that you show up because something's going down. The whole system, and now everybody has walkie-talkies. Like from front gate when we first came in to A camp to at the very top of Heartfire. Everybody's in contact with each other through walkie-talkies. And the point too is that when you get there, you want to key in to a kitchen, to digging a shitter, to helping with the water system. Everybody is pitching in and doing something. One of my favorite things was to sit and keep fire going, you know? You have to have a fire going for warmth to cook with. And so I like to be the fire, the keeper of the fire, you know? That was something I did a lot. Key into a kitchen and chop vegetables. And then every evening around dark 30, the kitchen would fill up a cooler full of rainbow slop, which is usually rice and beans and whatever else they could throw in there. And they wheeled that up to Heartfire, 1/4 of a mile, 3/4 of a mile, up to Heartfire, and you bring your own bowl, silverware. It's called Blissware. And they scoop some rainbow slop out for you, put it in your Blissware. It's amazing. It's community. It's how things should work. We also pray before we eat. Everybody stands in a huge circle and holds hands, and you own. And let me tell you, that may sound silly to you, but with that many people holding hands, connecting with your feet on the earth, you can feel it. You can feel the earth move. It's really magical. It's the way things should be. Everybody walking around telling each other they love each other, they're sharing things, and there's no money, so it's trade. There's also a trade circle that's set up. And usually in the evening, yeah, I guess during the day too, but usually the evenings you see people with blankets set out on the sides of the trail. A trade circle. And big commodities to trade would be chocolate or batteries or whatever you've got, you know. And it works. Not to say that there aren't issues, of course there is, but it works. And the bigger part here is it's proof that it can be done. It's proof that we can live communally together, working together, loving each other, not judging each other. And to have to come back out into the real world, it's just sad. It really is just sad when you see what it could be, what could be.
We will come together one at a time, within the masses being led by the blind. Now we will come together one at a time. Once we realize that we don't have to mow, we can stop today and just let the plants grow. The food and the medicine appearing from the ground, 'cause when we leave her alone, Mother Earth will abound. Leave her alone and Mother Earth will abound. Just leave her alone and Mother Earth will abound. Just leave her alone, Mother Earth will abound. Recall another lifetime to the ages long ago, hunting, gathering, wandering, singing, and comforting in the fire's glow. There I was a part of nature, nature was a part of me, a life of mud, a life of blood, life with all in unity. I recall another lifetime to the ages long ago, hunting, gathering, wandering, singing, and comforting in the fire's glow. There I was a part of nature, nature was a part of me, a life of mud, a life of blood, life with all in unity, all in unity.
We have created a space where magic can exist. Well, I feel that rainbow is a spiritual thing.
I heard about rainbow when I was 21, hitchhiking around the country.
Everybody else out in the world seems pretty stuck in the patterns that we've created.
Maybe it's utopia, maybe it's a vision.
It's taught me a lot about how to survive on my own.
But I think coming back to the earth and coming back to a simple kind of lifestyle in the woods, to sort of consider there's water, there's wood, you have to protect against the cold. It takes people out of this capitalist attitude of consuming all the time.
I like the rainbow gathering because it's about freedom.
I love you. Welcome home. These are some of the things that people say at a gathering that you wouldn't necessarily hear out in the world.
The energy at the gathering here it's so diversified because it's all the microcosm of everybody in the world.
I feel that this is how humans are supposed to be living with each other. Our oneness is our power.
You're going to sit down next to somebody and they're going to tell you they love you.
Some people don't understand what it is, but see, what rainbow really is this, or to me, that wherever grass grows, wherever wind blows, wherever sun shines, it does so upon a natural child of God, a natural child of humankind, and my natural spiritual brother or sister, no matter who they are. And so I lived on that premise, and so all of us who ride the rainbow way, the creed of the rainbow, is simple. You know, you want to be a brother and sister, then we're brother and sister. You don't want to be a brother and sister, then you're not. But we still recognize that. And whoever arrives at home at the gathering and helps with the gathering and calls themselves Rainbow is the Rainbow Family Tribe.
There's just so much war, and just, I don't know, it's always been time for peace.